Hello, everyone. Today we have a very cool interview if you are into the visual aspects of media or if you just like a certain show about nuns Aikitoing people into submission. So please welcome Bárbara Pérez-Solero, production designer for Warrior Nun. Thanks for coming
Hi.
in today.
Yes, thank you very much.
Lovely.
Nice to meet you all.
It's so nice to meet you. We've never talked to a production designer before. So, could you give our audience like a summary of like what you do on a typical day as production designer?
Yes, well, on a typical day, it's not typical days
Yeah.
on production designer.
We figured.
Every single day is really different from the other. It depends if you are in pre-pro, if you are designing, if you are on prep, if you're shooting. It depends. It can be really different days from one thing to another. But well, what everyone needs to know is what we do, the production designers, that a lot of people doesn't know. And basically what we do is to handle the whole visual part of what you see in the screen. So everything that you see in the screen that is not the actors with whatever they have on them, that means hair, costumes, makeup, that's not us, but the rest, that's part of my department.
Wow.
The picture vehicles, the construction, the sets, the props, the decoration, everything that you see that is not the actors, that's part of our department. And basically, the production designer is the head of that department. It can be from very, very short in some very independent films with very few people to a very huge, a large crew based in sometimes in many different countries even. And basically what we do is we are the head of the department, so that means that all the responsibility from all the to cover all these duties are in our shoulders, share with all our crew, which is impossible to I mean, you cannot do this job without the crew. So it's very, I don't think at all it's a very individual job. I think I'm nothing without my crew, absolutely nothing. And you have to understand, even if I have the best ideas of the world, if I don't have a proper crew to go with me, it will be nothing. You will be nothing.
It's a really big job.
Hmm.
It
It
is. It
is.
is.
So we know it takes a lot to make the show visually stunning, but what would you call the overall theme of design for Warrior Nun?
Well, Warrior Nun for me was really, really special. It's really special. I think it's a special show, and I think you can tell. You can tell that it's a special show. It's I had a very, very good connection with Simon Barry, the showrunner, and he's extremely respectful with my job. So he really, really understands what I do, and he really appreciates it. And he is really always willing to listen. So Warren and it was from the beginning very, very special. We had to create this world that didn't exist, and it was depending, I don't know how to explain. It was we walk into a path and we arrive to some conclusions, and that's how you do it, no? And that's because of the locations, and then we thought that we had something clear that we didn't want to do something. We wanted something based on tradition, very tradition in one way, and very historical. I like very much to be accurate and to do proper research. I always use. I come from a Catholic country with a very, very huge knowledge about art, and we have a lot of art, religious art, that is incredible, beautiful, and doesn't have to be, that doesn't have to be a con, but it has, for me, it was a pro. So I took that part, but also you have to give it, we wanted to give it like a modern twist, and so how to combine, these things, and that looks visually nice and good for the young people, that doesn't say this is a, so so, well, it was so that was it. It was a bit of the mix. I really liked the dichotomy, the dichotomy of the two worlds, the ancient world, the modern world, the glass and the steel and the techno world, and then the church, the stone, the paintings and the murals, and all these statues and all these icons that we have, and I like very much the combination. That was pretty much the base of Warrior Nun.
Yeah, I love that. It's like history and like the future, like coming together.
Yeah. That's why it's so interesting for me.
Yes.
It was such an interesting job. It was very, very nice to be able to combine both worlds.
It came out beautifully, so thank you for taking the time to really like meld them. Please. Beautifully.
My pleasure.
Yeah, because those two things can be such contrasting ideas, but I don't know. There was, like you said, it was just a special. The way they came together was really special. So,
well, also we had a Warrior Nun is special also because the whole crew was really close one to each other, and that doesn't happen very much in most of the jobs, no. Mm-hmm. And it was really like we were working together, really together, all of them, with the DPs, with the directors of photography, which is, for me, it's really, really important, but also, with the stand people, that is all about the stands, and it's with Kuko, it's, and then with Lee, I mean, it was great, and we had all this very, very good relation, and very, we were able to do many things because of the communication. Sometimes that doesn't happen in many other projects, and that it makes it very, very much very hard for us, and you can see it on the project. Mm-hmm. And I think here you can see that every one of us was a team, and with Simon in the head, because that's always pyramid, if the top of the head mm-hmm. is cool, the rest is going to be cool.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. You mentioned that you like to do research. So how much research did you do for this project? And did you have like mood boards for how you wanted things to look?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I do a lot of research. Me and my set decorator also, she's great, and she also comes from the artistic world, fine arts, and so we are very much based. I base my work a lot on fine arts and visual photography, architecture. Not so much. I'm not so much based on other films, but based in more other. Other disciplines, of art, like art and the sculpture and the photography and architecture. And so, yes, we do a lot of research. We work basically what I do is what I did in Warrior Nun was the very, very beginning in the pre-pro. I was doing a mood board with a very general mood board with the general. This what I was telling you later before. So that means the general aspects of the whole, a general view of the whole show, no? And that was these two worlds that you could see in the overall in the first season, and in the second two, it was this ancient world against this other techno world, and also what that dichotomy that is also part of the plot of the show, no?
Absolutely.
So I did this general mood board, and then from that on you start scouting, and then it depending of the sets you have to build, or you have to refurnish, or you have to revamp. It depends. So then you start drawing more precisely everything, you know.
So you mentioned that this was a very collaborative project, and you worked with many people. When you're creating like the feel, the visuals for the show, who do you work the most with when you're putting that together?
Well, that I work basically with two people, which is my set decorator and my graphist. I have a graphic designer that he's absolutely stunning, and that I don't think I can make a film without him. He's been with me for years and years.
Aww.
and he also helped me a lot with all the design of the very beginnings of the designs of the sword and of the cross, is he and me, which we start developing. He starts drawing, and I would say, no, let's go this wall, no, let's go more this path, or let's change this, or let's try this, and that's the two people that are really, really important for the beginning.
That's great. So like a lot happens in the beginning. How much of the look is decided in the very beginning? And since there's like different directors for each episode, like how much how much like do the directors get to help visually in their episodes?
Right. I mean, that's hard. I must say that's hard because it's we don't have the time to. I wish I had the time to give each director, their own, but it's difficult. So for me, the main decision is Simon and me. That's it. The main decision, and then we try to give the directors something to say, of course, but sometimes it's quite short time that they have prep. So, and many times you have to make the decision before that, because it's not physical time to do it. So we try as much as we can, and sometimes it works well because suddenly you go to scout, and then you scout something, and you can scout with them, and that means a lot. But some of the basic stuff is done, done.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to live with the second or third block director, or four. He has to leave. That's the exit. That's how they get in. No,
they're just
I don't. No, I don't want. Yes, you don't want. You have to do it.
It's like, can you move the exit 20 feet up?
Yeah. It's like, sorry, we've seen 1,000 times how they exit, and so you have to use it. You cannot cheat that, but normally they are very cooperative and very good. I mean, very good. I wish I can. Sometimes I understand the frustration, because sometimes they get very frustrated because they are not allowed to make decisions, no. But it's not time, really.
It's hard when you're not on it every single episode. Like you're not there the whole time.
Yeah. Totally.
Is that the same for like every show?
For most of the ones I've done quite a lot. Yes, always was 4 directors. Now I may start one show, and that one may have just one director and one DP, which is very extraordinary.
Wow.
Yes, because we are going to shoot it as a feature, like as a very, very long feature, because it's a long
yeah.
very long project.
Sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a
Yes.
lot.
And
Speaking of
so, I
feature,
don't know.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
I was just gonna say, speaking of like features, Warrior Nun was originally supposed to be a film. Did that play into how the TV show looks at all?
I saw in the very, very beginning when I got engaged on Warrior Nun. Yes, I saw that the Polish, I think they were Polish. They did like a trailer or something I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I saw. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know much about it. Yeah.
So we've talked a little bit about this. So obviously, the Catholic Church is featured very heavily in this show, given like that's part of the whole world and the plot. How was it getting to work with like the visuals, like the historical and like all the ancient visuals from like the Catholic world when building this?
Is what I'm telling you. For an American, is completely different. But
Yes.
I'm from Spain. It was not now, but it was a very, very Catholic country.
Mhm.
I went to a Catholic school, of course, of French nuns. So
Oh,
so-
interesting.
Okay. Very Catholic.
So, yes, very Catholic, and and so we are very used. We have it incorporated to our life since we're a child. So for us, it's not those icons that for the people maybe they are very attractive or not, or the other way around. They are very, for us, they are like very part of our
Normal?
lives. Very, very normal and very, yeah. I mean, we know it since we are babies. We've seen the crosses, the Christ cry, and we've seen it so many times. For another child, maybe it gets trauma. But here, you see it since you're a baby, so you don't get traumas,
Speaking of trauma,
Desensitized.
Kaitlynn went to a Catholic school too.
Yeah, I went to a Catholic school. I had nuns for teachers, and they traumatized us with movies. That's basically what they did.
My nuns were okay. My nuns were sort of okay.
Okay.
Sort
You
of
had the good
modern
nuns.
nuns. Yes, I had modern nuns for the period.
Gotcha.
So,
But no warrior nuns.
No warrior
Damn.
nuns.
My
no
gosh,
warrior
could you
nuns.
imagine?
No.
That you know of, at least.
That you know of, yeah.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of amazing locations in Warrior Nun. Do you have a favorite location?
That's a very difficult question because I have a lot of favorite locations.
You can have more than one.
Well, for the first season, the church, our church, the Warrior Nun Church. I mean, it was that was really it was something very special because when I engaged the show, I mean, when I was hired, I started doing the scouting, and that church already was the Simon and the producer, Spanish producer, they already saw it like before I was in. So, and it's very difficult, the church, probably, to shoot in churches because they have to be desacralized. So you can shoot on it. If not, it's horrible because you have to go through the church, the proper church, the Pope, I mean, the church. And it's very difficult. You have to give the script that they like it, and for permissions, everything. It's very, very difficult. So that was very nice church because it was desacralized. So that means it was used for other things. They doesn't have a cult. So it was very good. But when I arrived there, it was all white, huge, immense white.
Wow.
And I said, no, this can be possible. No, I have to paint it. And they were looking at me like, this woman is crazy. And I said, yes, because, if not, we are going to have the whole show a white wall behind, and it's going to be horrible. So it was.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong at all.
No. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do all these frescoes in the wall, and then paint the whole church. And I said, well, I do 7 meters on real, and then I do in post-production and CGI, I can do the rest of the church, painting the rest of the church. But my painters were so amazing that, once they started saying, no, we do it. So,
that's awesome.
That's so cool.
I'm sure Post appreciated that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How long did that take them to paint the whole church, though?
No, really. I mean, it was amazing. But this guy is retired now. He retired, and he's just genius. I mean, he did it. I don't know, maybe 1 week. I mean, it was
That's
really
impressive.
fast.
I'd retire after that too.
It was 17 meters high. So it was
very
wow.
So we did all these frescoes on the bottom, and we paint the rest. And well, that was a very special location and very special set for sure. And then what else? And then I mean, Gillian and techno and art tech of course also like it completely. That was one thing that really that's why I really enjoy doing Warrior Nun, because, and then you go to this wall and you have to invent this ring and this other wall that you don't know what it is, and and to play with totally different materials and with the iron and the shine and all this patiness, very, very different from the others. And then in the second season, well, for me, that was a really big deal. The cathedral, it was really, really, and it was that's a building that is from a very, very well known architect, a Spanish architect, and it was called, we call it since always the crown of thorns. And so when I got this second season and I started reading the Crown of Thorns, and the cathedral was described like a Gothic, typical from the scripts, like Gothic, the Gothic cathedral. And I was thinking, Gothic cathedral, I don't want to do Gothic cathedral. I said, no, let's go to brutalism. And I was thinking this guy and the Crown of Thorns. That is this building, the exterior building that you see in the second season. So we went to see that building is heritage, Spanish heritage is there, the office. So we said, please, can we shoot here? And they were but the CEO, her daughter was a fan of Warrior Nun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lucky.
And so she was very pro, and so we arranged it and everything, and I said, okay, let's do we use the exterior on the crown of thorns, and then I had to build the interior because it was a lot of action. It was many things happen, and a lot of action. So I had to build the interior, and so that was another very special location. And then the tunnel with the end, the end of the second season, with that amazing tunnel. And
I love the cross, like the scene where they kiss with that cross in the background. That was the one that's killer for me. I cannot get that visual out of my head because it was so beautiful.
It was based again. There is an architecture. This that is called the brutalism, and they did all those architects. They did a lot of churches in cement. So I was based. All my design were based on real churches that they had this beautiful way of living, letting the light come through, and it was so beautiful, and you know, and I said, yeah, I was so certain that we had to go to that to that road, no?
It was amazing. But what goes into this to you deciding if something is shot on a set or on location?
Well, it's depending of many things. Money, one of the most important ones. It depends of what is happening on the action of the sequence. If it's, for example, things with a lot of action, it's very difficult to shoot that on real places, you know, because there is blood and because there is smashing things. Even if you add the smashing things, and they are not from the location, is there they don't like it because you can damage, you know, a lot of things. So also the action also makes you many times to build, you know, but other decisions, maybe the directors, are some directors, they prefer much more to shoot in stage, which now in studio, which now the young people doesn't like that, likes more to shoot on location. But in the other hand, some young people, younger than the youngs, that they are coming back again because now everything retro, you know. So very soon we will be shooting on 35 millimeters again. And
You're not wrong.
the good thing is that I am almost 60, so I knew the 35.
I know what to do.
I got this.
Exactly.
You can do everything.
So that's a good thing. That's the good thing about being old.
You have so much knowledge.
But yes, yeah, that's really, I mean, the experience in this job, it really matters. Maybe in others doesn't, but in this one really matters. And yes, so sometimes it's because of the action, sometimes it's because of the money, because you cannot afford the location. And then it's better because it is many days. For example, when something happen in that location and you need, you know, 3 weeks, it's very hard to rent something for 3 weeks. So it depends of many reasons, I mean.
Right.
Absolutely. So how do you, when you're designing like of this the visual aesthetics of the show, how do you think that impacts how the audience kind of perceives what they're looking at? Just like,
oh God, I wish I knew.
She's like, if I knew, I had the secret.
I don't have a secret. I don't know. I do my best. I don't know how. I mean, I think you don't get. It's very different. You don't get normally the. I mean, you get it from your family or from your friends or from your close, you know, professionally, because we talk. But you don't get really. You don't know exactly if the people really liked it or not. You know, it's very difficult from my position to know it.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe if you're. Thank you very much.
It was
Thanks, God.
Beautiful, and you did a phenomenal job of creating a new world and blending the old world together. So, like, here from us to you, it was phenomenal. You did an amazing job. Thank you for that.
I really enjoy. Thank you very much. But I mean, it's really a very special project in my career as a Warrior Nun. And so, you know, some people said, Warrior Nun, what is that? It's like, freaks are freaks. And they said, no, but you have to watch it. You have to watch it.
It's so beautiful. Go watch it.
I don't know if I convinced very much.
So tried. Yeah. That's the important thing.
They're warrior nuns.
Like, what else do you need to know?
Exactly.
It's cool. Just watch it and you'll see.
Yeah, exactly. No, we had really, I think everyone participating. We had a very nice time. Very nice time.
Amazing. It's always nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't happen very often. Eh? No, it's very difficult. That happens in some, I've done a lot of projects in my life and it doesn't happen very often. But it was something special. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe
can it come back, please?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. There you go.
Divine blessing, right?
Divine blessing over Warrior Nun. See?
Or someone.
No! Not Adriel. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
One of the sets that we talked a lot about on our podcast is, I think, Theora's favorite one. The Beatrice and Ava's apartment. The question is, did you purposely want...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apartment.
The
In
apartment.
season 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you purposefully make their apartment look as gay as possible?
No,
You nailed it.
not at all.
You didn't even know you nailed it, but you nailed it.
You nailed it.
Naturally. It's natural.
It was.
We were like, they're sitting on a plaid flannel couch.
Well, they're sitting in a very how to describe it. That was, I remember, because we were, Delia and I, my set decorator, and I we were discussing how it should be, and it's supposed to be in Switzerland. So so we try to go as neutral but retro, because it was an apartment from students, and so. But I never thought about that was gay apartment.
Well,
It was.
It was.
Well, that's fantastic then.
I mean, the one bed helped too.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Yes, I remember. Now I remember, yes. That was Simon's, yes.
Simon?
Because
That makes sense.
Yeah.
He was just like, just give them one bed. They'll make all the inferences from there.
It's a tiny apartment. Gotta share.
Yeah, it was yes, we did split the exterior and the interior. We shot it somewhere close to another church, where the big fight with the church there was on refurbished with all this plastic and all, when they were baptized and we shoot it there in some interior that we rebuilt,
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I never thought about it. It's interesting.
Now you're gonna have to go back and look and
Yes,
Plaid
absolutely.
sheets too.
yeah,
so
the
much
plaid,
plaid.
the sheets. Yeah,
The sheets
there's
are
so
plaid.
much plaid. We were like, wow.
Wow. Nailed
The
it.
sheets, the sheet were hard.
Or the cup bed cover was also, and the pillowcases were also plaid. So
Really?
good job. Yes.
We were like,
Okay. I have to go and see it again.
yeah.
Trip down memory lane.
Tonight I'm going to see it again.
You don't even have to consult anybody. Like, if you ever need any gay room advice, we're here.
Okay. I will.
Like, is this good?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Well, now I have a lot of people in my crew that is gay, and I mean, it's
There
not
you
like
go.
it before. Yeah. So now, it's not a problem.
No, I imagine not.
No.
Okay.
No.
So is there anything that you would go back and change that you designed for Warrior Nun?
God, that's a difficult question. I mean, always when I see my work, always think that there is something that I can improve. I will improve and improve and improve, and probably never ending improving. So nothing that I said I will radically do it different. No.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I'm happy.
Good.
Because
I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy with what I saw. Yes.
We were thrilled, so
Yes,
we're glad
super
you're happy.
Thank you very much. Really, I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned earlier that there's two people in particular that you worked very closely with when designing. Is that your
Mhm.
entire crew, or did you have more people? Like,
No,
how big was your team?
I had a big team. We were like 50 people.
Wow.
50.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, and in designing in our department, I mean, our department is art department and design. Then is set decorating, and then is props, and then is picture vehicles, and
Wow.
and all that is our department. But so for me, the set decorator is very important, and then this guy that is this graphic designer. But I have my art directors that are very important too. That they are developing all the designs and this, the set designers. So I had like 2 set designers. I have like 2 art directors. I had then in construction. I had a construction team, made with like, I don't know, like 5 carpenters, 2 iron blacksmiths,
Mhm.
3 painters, and then that was also with us all the time. Then I had like a scenic painter, and then you have like a prop man, prop master, prop man, dressing props, standby prop. You have to have a lot of people.
Wow.
I mean,
That is a very big team.
yes,
Props to all those
you have.
people.
Bree.
Yes. I mean, it's yes, it is. It's, you have to have at least, because it's a lot of locations, so you have to be dressing and striking locations at the same
Mhm.
time. Same day, because normally you don't have the money to stay. So you have to have a lot of people to cover. Being
Oh.
doing a lot of things in different places, and you have your main, the base, the warehouse where all that happened. You have a warehouse for construction. You have a warehouse for set deck and for props, and that's all these, the books, the Bibles, everything that we draw, and all that, has to be made and has to be, and that requires a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So many little pieces to put together.
Yes, absolutely.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm. Lots
What?
of people doesn't know that we do all these things, really. I
Right.
mean,
No.
Yeah. And that's why we like doing these interviews, so people can, find out more about how their favorite TV shows are made, because we feel like you guys need, or we want to give you guys the credit you deserve.
And
and
have
we
people
appreciate
see
it
you.
a lot.
Yeah, and have people see you.
I was just thinking about all the things that the crew has to do, and it's just, yeah, you guys deserve so much recognition.
Yeah, because the people doesn't understand, and one scene, one dinner, the dinner. Well, the dinner it makes. I mean, it's a lot of work at dinner, because it's with the actors, because some actors are, they have allergies, because the other doesn't eat meat, because the other one doesn't want to smoke, because the other, I mean, it's a lot of things, little things, as you said, little things that make the machinery, but it's a lot that is in our department, shoulders, a lot. I mean, always in the making of the big films, you always see the camera and the makeup and because, but you never see us. Never. We're never there.
I mean,
Yeah. Unsung heroes.
everybody plays such an important part, but like,
Yeah,
you
totally,
wouldn't be able to look at anything without you.
It's just a person and a camera. It's like, oh,
and
maybe
a
we should
white
make that
wall.
movie. Yeah. And
And
a
a white
person.
wall.
And a white wall.
Exactly. I mean, for me, absolutely, to make a movie is a totally collaboration with the other departments, and it's not more one department more important than the other. for sure. I mean, without the sound, what is a film without the sound? But every single one is important. But I must say that we are the creators of the film. I mean, we're the first ones that we are in the project, the last one that we abandoned the project.
Wow.
And yes, so we have a view that is it's a bigger view than some other departments. No,
What
it's
attracted
not that
you?
we are. Yes, sorry.
Fine. What attracted you to the art department?
Well, I did the fine art. I wasn't going to. I mean, I wasn't going to do precisely filming, but then I went to a shoot, and I totally loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then I love the storytelling. I love telling stories through the visual part, and I think you can say so much from what you do visual. From a set, you can can tell a whole story with the set. No, so I ended up designing for film, and it's been 30 years now, and it's as every single day of my life I said that I'm so thankful that I'm able to do something that I love so much as my job.
That's very important in life in general. I think.
Yes, totally, absolutely agree. It's very difficult though.
Very.
For many,
It sounds
very
like.
very difficult. I mean, to find a job
the thing that you love. Yeah, like a job you love.
Okay. Yes, I
and
understand.
to be able to do it, because
That,
and to
yeah.
be able, yes.
So are there any genre design kind of tropes that you avoid or that you really like, things that just pop up all the time?
No, I mean, it's nothing. I love everything. I love everything. I love period. I've done quite a lot of period, and I love period. Because of what we were talking about before, because of my roots and because of the research, and because I'm very picky with that, and with Be Precise, and with and I like very much period. But I mean, I'm very open for anything, any story that is a good story. It can be in the moon, or it can be in the ancient Egypt,
or both at the same time,
or both at the same time.
Ancient Egyptian moon.
All you need is the portal to go through.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. Well, it's too bad, really. The third season, really, we were very looking forward to do it.
Did you see the billboard they just put up?
Amazing. I saw it in Instagram. That's amazing. But who did it?
It's a group of fans that organized it and did a fundraiser and all got together, and they're doing a lot of stuff. I'm in their Discord their Discord communication thing, and they have just like plans upon plans upon plans, and they're not stopping. So
that's so amazing. I mean,
they have like graphic designers and people composing music. They're doing poetry nights, poetry things and stuff of that, like that.
That's so amazing. No, I have the I don't remember her name. I should remember her name, but it was a girl. I mean, a woman, a girl. I don't know her age. She put together some of the cinematography of Warrior Nun beautifully. I mean, I said, you're so talented. You have more talent than me. It was. And she was so kind, and she, I asked her, I said, can I use it? Can I put it in my webpage, because it's so beautiful, and it was all these sets together, put it together beautifully. The editing, everything was great. And I said, you have a lot of talent. I mean, really. And it's amazing what they are doing, the fan. I mean, so talented, people drawing, and so the drawings, everything. I mean, incredible. Really, really impressed. Very impressed.
They're not stopping. They want to get you a third season. Somehow.
And I think it's also a reflection of what you guys created with the show, because we wouldn't be as into it, or we wouldn't love it so much if it wasn't as beautiful and
it's inspirational.
Inspirational, is it? Yeah.
Because I think also because that was again Simon. I mean, Simon and all the characters, how they are, how they build them, and the girls were fantastic. The girls were so amazing, all of them. They were incredible, and they also, it was that's what I mean before. It was just not, it was everything, it was the girls, and it was the crew, and it was the technique, everything went together, blend so well that it's not normal. And it's true that all these how they, it was done with a lot of taste, and everything was, and it was elegant, because Simon is an elegant man, and and so everything was elegant. And it's true, everything in the show, how the relations were elegant, everything, it was, and it beautiful, and it was the beauty everywhere, and you could see it, no?
Yeah, absolutely. You could feel it. All of that translated very nicely into the final product.
Yeah.
So, not speaking of Warrior Nun for a second, we noticed that you have worked in 15 countries across 4 continents. Does that influence your work, just like having been all over the world, basically?
Well, I think it gives you it helps you to have a look, that is an open look, and you can use also a lot of influences from here and there, from countries that you've been, that, I don't know, Japanese colors that you like, or things from China, from France, or from every country, no? And it's true that from Morocco, all the job in Morocco, all the colors. Yes, of course, it gives you another look in your work, and absolutely helps you to open, your mind. Always.
Yes, traveling is a wonder.
Yeah,
absolutely, very, very important.
I love it so much.
Yes.
It has been so great getting to know more about your job and you as well. Is there anything you want to say to our listeners before we wrap up?
Nothing, just I'm very grateful, and thank you very much for this. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that you appreciate what we do. And I think all these people that is following Warrior Nun, and all these fans are amazing, as I said, and nothing. And I mean, I'm here for you anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To everyone at home listening, make sure to check out Warrior Nun, streaming on Netflix, and we'll see you next time.
Yay. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye.
And with that, we've been Big Gay Energy. If you like this episode, check out all our other episodes right here on YouTube. Please leave a comment below, and subscribe for more amazing, super gay content.
If you'd like to support us, check out our merch store, or join our Patreon for early access to episodes, exclusive content, and so much more.
Until next time, stay safe and hydrate for lesbian Jesus.